Hello, this is Jared playing Oxygen Not Included. This is the Frost Army going up to 40 dupes, currently at 22 on this very cold asteroid. Last time we made a few things, including a metal refinery, so we can produce metal without losing half of the metal ore in the process. Power is not going to be an issue because I was lucky enough to find this Saturn critter trap that was level with the beta hive. A second one which was not, but I could get easily a dupe to move one. And we've got lots of hydrogen, which we are feeding into our base for power production. So power's not going to be an issue. We've got a metal refinery. We've been exploring quite a bit. We've got near the top. In fact, I'm going to be preparing a mission to send a dupe over to a new asteroid. So we'll be doing that this episode. Just patching up some pathway here. We're going to make this the top area where hydrogen is going to hit. In fact, I even put placed the design for the hydrogen pump that's going in on that. And then at the bottom of the base, we are exploring both left and right. And then, of course, down here, getting a little bit of water out of the way. And then we're going to continue on down until we get to the oil biome. We'll, I'm pretty sure, be in the oil biome some point this episode. Alright, well, what I've assigned the dupes to do is, first of all, realize I don't have enough seats in the Great Hall, so we're expanding that. I am going to get a skill scrubber, because I want to prepare a dupe to go on a mission via teleportation. And as I said, we are going up to 40 dupes the next time I'm able to get one. In fact, that's going to be very soon, 0.2 cycles. Want to make sure we've got enough barracks together for them with wood heaters to keep them warm. 2 more spots over here, and then 4 more down there. Alright, well, I'll let everyone build that barracks, and we'll get the skill scrubber together, and we'll be back for the next project. My 23rd dupe. This is Rover, general purpose dupe, interested in building, running, and supply. So it'll be useful at just generally creating some stuff as we go. Sign them a cot over here, and they've got the same schedule as these 2 other dupes. Found a seed with a genetic mutation, probably because of the Wheezy wart, giving a little bit of radiation in the area. But that's exposed to oxygen. Not really interested now, but I do want to throw it down here where it's going to be in carbon dioxide, where I know it's not going to go bad, and then I can look at it later on. Maybe I'll do the same thing with some other pieces of sleet wheat. Actually, maybe I'll even have better than that. Since it's pretty cold here, I'll just store all the sleet wheat this spot. We now have a ration box here for storing sleet wheat. That way wild sleet wheat that's growing around won't go bad. Stored in that cold carbon dioxide area. Now we are making our way down. This is a zone that we're currently going through gas masks, but I don't want to have to do that long term. So we're going to be opening up this area. I'm going to put in a pump to get out the carbon dioxide. We'll push in some electrolyzers. And make this a spot that is able to, dupes are able to breathe as they go down. Well, I now have a skill scrubber. I am going to nominate Rock to go on the teleportation mission, our best digger. There's going to be lots to dig. A brand new asteroid, I figure. There you are, Rock. Down here in the spigot stable, we've got 2 spigots. Decided to throw some quartz in here, and that has taken it from, well, we started over here with 54% to a branch productivity of almost 70% just by having the quartz in. So that was a good decision. So down at the bottom of the base, I decided, you know what, let's just continue digging even with a little bit of liquid. We'll actually make a little pool here, and instead of going into the zone from here, I probably want to go, actually, well, maybe not with this guys, or maybe we'll go to the left and down and out. We've got to get some Atmos suits available before we go to the oil biome anyway. Well, look, Rock, that's you. We're going to send you on a mission. Doesn't look like it's very far on the overall space map, but you're going to be alone. Just before you head over, let's take off your gas mask. Oh no, that's... Whoops, sorry, blast. Wrong dupe, didn't realize that it was someone else. Well, they can just restock that. I'll get that to be refilled. And then we'll wait for the actual duplicate rock. Rock is making the climb up. Oh no, they're getting chilly surroundings. Come on, Rock, you can make it. You can make it. It's going to be warmer on this asteroid. Maybe I was thinking about getting them to take their warm coat off. Might actually just let them leave it on. Oh, and if it's not too late, though, I'm going to equip suit or... I think the suit, that's the gas mask. You're not going to need the gas mask. Let's teleport you to our companion asteroid. Because at some point there may be useful resources that we can get here that we don't have back home. Okay, alright, lots of polluted water, polluted oxygen. We've got mud, so we can make oxygen from some of that actually. But yeah, let me look around and we'll get a plan for Rock to get busy. First thing I get Rock to do is make an outhouse, uncover some dirt material to build with, and make a cot. With both an outhouse and a cot, next task is get enough material and build a ladder so we can start exploring around on this asteroid. Back on the Frosty asteroid, calories are really going up. We're over 200,000. Probably have now too much pike apple now that we're making pemmican. So we are just reducing a little bit the amount of pike apple that we're growing. Still want to definitely create some for these guys, but at some point pike apple skewers will not be a thing. Oh, we are ready for another dupe, it looks like. We now have 24 dupes. We've got Sprocket, who's going to be doing operating, amongst other things. I'm going to assign them a cot over here and put them in the same schedule as these dupes. Welcome, Sprocket. I have dupes that don't have the best immune system. Rock, not doing well over on this asteroid. I am worried about oxygen, so we are going to get a sublimation station, plus the ability to make some power. Oh, and I'm also realizing that probably shouldn't have Rock focused solely on digging now that they're on a team of just one. That should orient them towards construction. There we go. Just before we open this up and let hydrogen flow even higher, let's make sure we get all our piping. Oh, and the wiring. Make sure that is there as well. Let's direct this to go down. And we'll connect as far as there. Notice some pips getting a little adventurous. I don't want them to take damage in minus 30 areas. So I'm actually going to prevent them from going any further than here. To be honest, though, they have to travel a good way to get to where they're going to actually take in some damage, because over here would be an issue. But in the immediate zone here, not really much of an issue. But to be absolutely sure that they don't explore, we're just going to trap them here to make sure that they stay alive. We've got a new ladder system going up and down. And two main things I want to focus on: food and oxygen. No oxygen is being produced, or polluted oxygen anyway. But we're making a path here to cut out some polluted dirt. That will fix that situation. As far as food, we've got 11,000 calories, one dupe. That means 11 cycles. But there is swamp shards that we can go after to enhance that a little bit further. Bottom of the base, getting a pump in place. Once I take care of this carbon dioxide issue, then I think I'm going to get rid of the gas mask stations, and the dupes can come down here without the need, which is going to no longer limit how many dupes go down here. I've got quite a few more dupes on the way, so I don't want to have a big section of my asteroid where dupes can only go if they if they wear a gas mask. Rock over on this asteroid is slightly stressed. I think an easy way to fix that is just to create a quick raid hall for them to be able to enjoy over here. So far, I have a mess hall here because I don't have anything to plant, but I just noticed there is a mallow just above this room. I'm going to also seal this off. We'll plant that. That's going to make a great hall, as long as it's big enough. But I also noticed this guy is in here producing a little bit of hydrogen because he can access a bit of metal. So we're going to move that, keep this door closed, keep that critter trapped in here. That way we will, first of all, won't waste the metal. We won't have hydrogen that we won't have to deal with. And I can also bring in some wiring to capture a little bit of power at night. Oh, you know what? Actually, now that I think about it, why don't we do a height of 4 here? Oh, and of course there's some mud that's going to be falling. Okay, well, I'll deal with that, and we'll put in a wire at some point and get the metal out. Decided to give the go-ahead and bust this area open, so now dupes can go through here without gas masks. We haven't exactly gotten rid of the carbon dioxide. Oh, new dupe time. But this is going to speed up construction. Oh, what's down here? Leaky oil fissure. Kind of funny that it's close to the oil biome, but there it is. We should have some carbon dioxide pumping out of this zone, though, pretty soon. In fact... Oh, okay, never mind. I guess we don't have power. What is wrong there? What is wrong there? Oh, okay, a single wire needs to be created. Fair enough. Oh, and there we are. Let me go get our 25th dupe. This is our 25th dupe, Grumble. That's going to help out in the kitchen. They are going to start over with this barracks, and the next 3 dupes will be assigned here, here, and here. Looks like power is a bit of an issue down here. We are adding another electrolyzer, but I think I'm going to have to go look at our circuitry and figure something out. This is what I'm thinking for my circuitry change. We're going to put in a bridge right here. So this circuit here that is running, well, it's running the incubator, but I'm not using the incubator anymore. So really all it is doing is just a little bit of automation. Definitely has potential to do a whole lot more. So we're going to go across like this. They'll have to be cautious, because I don't want outage too long, or at all, for my bonbon plants. We're going to take this and connect it over here. Let's disconnect this and that. Make another bridge like this. And that way I've got a transformer that's just going to do nothing but pumping up carbon dioxide and running some electrolyzers. Rock was able to get all the cobalt out. Just putting in a wire so we can take advantage of any power this guy makes at nighttime. Just a few more pieces of wiring and logic and wiring, and we will be able to open up the hydrogen floodgates up to this zone. Want to make sure that we're sensing hydrogen right here. We are. Excellent. And just put something sensible here. Since there's going to be so much hydrogen, probably 1 minute will be fine there. See a little bit of a hydrogen bubble here. It could just be that we need to bring up some electrolyzers, actually. Push oxygen up. Down in this zone, forming our first pip stable, making sure we've got a few arbor trees. We're going to have 3 available here. Let's also just make sure there's nothing planted next to them to take up branches that they can grow. Stress is still a bit of an issue on this asteroid, even with a Great Hall. So I'm going to move to make a nature reserve. We've got several wild plants here, so it shouldn't be too hard. I'm just going to put a door right here, door right there. Open up this area. Going to try to avoid polluted water from falling down. Eventually we're going to have sort something out there to store that polluted water at the bottom, but we're not quite there yet. I'm more concerned about stress. So let's get a park sign sitting right there. We have discovered our second cool salt slush geyser, sitting right here. Gonna dig it out so that it can output liquid. Now, unlike the other one that I have, which is pretty much converting everything to ice. In fact, check if that's actually still the case or not. Not quite. We have some actual brine that is in liquid form now that the temperature is gotten or is able to get to -20 or so. But that's fine. Maybe I'll just move to expand this a little bit for a little bit more output. Thinking about a materials study terminal, and I want a very radioactive spot. If I can find 2 of these plants that are close together, that might be the ideal location. I think I have found perfect location. That's not too far away from the base. I just need to clear out this spot here and see what the radiation level is. Pretty sure it's going to be high. And then we'll get started with materials study terminals. We have achieved a nature reserve. I'm hoping this is going to take the stress rock down. We're going to go down here. Open a spot for liquid to go down, and then continue to dig down till we find a spot where we're going to end up with a big polluted water ocean, and then I want to drain all these little pockets so we can actually do some more interesting construction. The nature reserve here that I put in is too big, so we've got to take it down a few tiling, and that should take care of the problem. We've got an aggressive critter. It's poke shell. We're going to make another critter jail, this time over here. We're going to put some poke shells in there just so that they don't damage any of our dupes as they're wandering by. So with this hydrogen pump in place, I think it is time to give the command to open everything up. Actually, whoa. Before that, let's make sure we turn this off, because we don't want any oxygen falling down into that pump. And we can take the pump out and connect the ladder through. I'll also disable this here. This is going to mean this will be a zone the dupes will be able to go without having to use one of these gas masks. Here goes the hydrogen. Our 26 dupe almond, interested in building, supply, and running around. Down here we are creating a second stable for the Bamis. We're going to up the food situation if we're going to accept more and more dupes. And then down here I see a Pip who has been groomed, so that is a good sign. Go check over on this dupe. 34% stress, not so great. Digging down, hoping to get a spot available to get water out of the way. Though I don't want to kill any wild critters or plants, so maybe I actually stop just about here instead of going the whole way down. Where is the stress level at the moment? Stress is 0%. As long as I keep their feet dry, I think we're going to be okay. It's been hard to keep their feet dry up to this point. If I can get some liquid out of the way, drain everything out. Oh, it's going to be hard to keep their feet pretty dry as I do that, though. Well, we'll see how all this goes. I do not like the look of how close oxygen is to our pile of sleet wheat. So how about we push some carbon dioxide in there for safety. I completely forgot about this room. Let's see, did we ever... No, just snazzy suits. But yeah, let's clear this off because I'll give away a skill to someone at least. If I'm going to double up the size of, double up the Bamis that I'm keeping in stables, we're going to need to double up the plume squash. So, working on that now. Getting rock to cut out this little area here. We're going to have some oxyolite to make it easy to breathe while they're down this zone. And then when they're complete, we'll have lots of spot to dump all this polluted water to get it out of the way. Checking on the hydrogen situation up here, and I've got a little bit of concern starting to pool around. I think we should be able to fix things if we can just dig this area a little bit wider. First two dupes that went in the neurovacillator have been the original dupes. This is the third dupe that is from the original set of 3 that has not been through one. Doing a little inspection. Complete the process, and they get the duplicate gut muscles, plus 10 to strength. Before I get rock to drop all kinds of water down here, I want to get a pump with power so I can push this polluted water back up. Probably going to use that for farming, but there's other uses for it as well. Where are we? 14,000 calories at the moment. So, though still lots of swamp shards, so not concerned about that. We can produce our own oxygen in the sublimation station. So yeah, I think we've got time to complete this and then move on to some other projects. Finally got that Atmos suit for whoever's going to be in here. They don't have to get their feet wet when they're standing in this little spot. And then I did notice that we are running out of fertilizer some of the time, so doubling up the amount of fertilizer production that we can do. Though to be honest, we are starting to scale back on pike apple, so I don't think that's going to be a problem going forward, but just to be absolutely safe on the, or just go on the safe side, we'll get another fertilizer synthesizer. I could always disable it if it's not needed. Next thing I'm doing is bringing the heavy watt wire down. We're going to have some more industrial equipment. Starting with material study terminal. But also have plans to get some production plastic going on. Eventually, once we've got that set up, I'm going to get a plan to get down and access some of this crude oil. 27th dupe is Barney, and interested in farming and ranching. We're going to put him right here with these dupes, plus sharing the same schedule and a few skill upgrades at the same time. Just check on our warm coat situation. Waiting for more reed fiber, but we are starting off with our second biome stable, so our production of reed fiber should go up. We have heavy watt wire down a good way. Now I'm putting in a plan for the materials study terminal. We're going to be running that with both 2 of these Wheezy warts and 1 of these radiation lamps. Currently, without the radiation lamp running, we've got radiation levels of over 600 rads per cycle. Well, guys, check this out. I'm just exploring the bottom left of my base. And I believe there's supposed to be a geothermal heat pump here. There is not. Instead, there is 50 degrees sour gases, 17 kilograms. What is going on? I guess we will not be using the geothermal heat pump. Wow. Okay. Crazy. Crazy. We've got reports of problems coming in. We've got plume squash that is not cold enough. Plume squash, what temperature does that need to be? It needs to be minus 14 or below, or up to minus 55. Yeah. I guess the easiest solution for the time being is just to push some of this stuff back. Material study terminal is now ready. Radiation is producing the first red bolts. But hoping this carbon dioxide and natural gas gets out of the way before I start using it. I'm worried that this oxygen situation or lack of oxygen situation isn't going to improve unless I take action. So trying a single electrolyzer right here next to the laboratory. Towards the bottom of the base, making a plan to get into that crude oil. Notice this pump is flooded. We either need to dig down this direction to get water to raise or water to lower or raise the pump. I think I'm going to try to just open up a spot for more liquid. There we go. Well, I think we still have a bit of an issue here, so what I've done is just opened up this channel a little bit. Might be more about getting carbon dioxide out than oxygen in. So with that, we've got a long oxygen pipe that's going all the way down to the bottom of the base, and we're getting 4 atmosuit docks. That'll make it safe for the dupes that go and explore this oily biome. Over on this asteroid, it is time to start moving some polluted water out of the way. So we've got all these pockets we're going to be opening up. That's going to be splashing down to this little opening that we put down here. We've got Heel. He's just joined the team. This is going to be probably the only duplicate interested in doctoring. Heel has taken the last cot. That's not the last dupe I'm trying to support on this asteroid. So we're expanding with 2 new barracks areas that's going to support 8 more additional dupes. We're waiting for oxygen to start loading into these guys, but I think I might as well disable this and have the dupes explore as far as down where it's safe, and then we'll enable this once oxygen has fully been charged. Also, might as well deliver a few suits too. For the longest time, I have not been worrying about polluted water filled with lots of germs, which is the case. That's been going into fertilizer synthesizers over here. Any excess gets converted to water and just dumps out as ice. But a little bit of water has been splashing down as things have been slowly warming up. And I can see at the bottom of the base now
We've got some germs down here. So we're going to start handling that situation. Starting with clearing out a spot next to the washroom. Well, Rock has seemed to reach maximum stress, so I'm going to send him back for the time being so he can cool off. Maybe I need to get some more resources or other dupes on this world if I want to continue on. Welcome back, Rock. I know you have not had a good time. Before I step into the oil biome, just doing a little bit of insulation to protect that immense amount of heat, well, 87 degrees, from going into this area here and here. Decided to put a polluted water processing plant over here. Starting with just digging out and insulation. Well, this wasn't smart now, was it, Rover? Putting in 2 liquid reservoirs. We're going to slosh around some polluted water and kill some germs. Next, Dupe Stones joins. Interested in digging, building, and athletics. Well, I think that is it for today. I'm just, I was able to seal off this area. We're going to make a vacuum. I'm going to find a source for chlorine to kill some germs. Eventually, we're going to be putting water sieve here to repopulate water into our system. But also have another line. This is going to be a clean polluted water line that's going to go down to our fertilizers to take advantage of that. The bottom of the base I have now enabled and started digging down into our oil biome down here. And we get a geofence. Well, I'm still kind of curious I'm going to go explore that area next episode to see what the heck happened over there. Calorie wise, we are doing pretty well. Stress, Rock actually has not been going down in stress since they've been back. I may have to make a plan about that. But yeah, temperature is starting to be a bit of an issue. I had to push back some plume squash plants. So lots of interesting things going on. We do have a material study terminal that we can use if we want to leverage that technology. All right, well, thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, I'll make some more, and hopefully I will see you next time.